everyone. Can you hear us? Welcome back. Sorry, we were having a couple technical difficulties over here. All right, we're going to talk about a few things tonight. About Paul Fest, our trip to Nebraska, and what else? Ron Boyd, campus stuff, yeah. Can you all hear us okay? Right? I hope so. Looks like we're coming through fine. We have a guest coming on in just a little bit here from the Paul Festival. We're going to be talking about the Ron Boys, the housing opportunities they have for delegates, let's see what else, a few other different events at the Paul Festival. There's supposed to be a few new announcements. There's also a ticket bomb they're going to be doing on the 16th, which we're going to be talking about some. But while we're waiting for her, she should be here pretty soon. Here she comes. Hi. Hello.
Good evening.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Thank you for having me on the show. I know a whole bunch of the organizers and board members are hopping on tonight for Paul Festival. Honored to be there.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I know Susan Wolf and Jay Kem and Steffi and several others will be on shortly. My name's Christina Tobin, so it's nice to meet all of you this evening.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, we're glad to have everyone on tonight to talk about this.
Great. Yeah, Paul Festival is a wonderful event. Is anybody else on yet or pending?
Not on yet. Susan should be here shortly, and I think everyone else should be here pretty soon.
Well, great. We can't wait for them to join.
Yeah, so what part of the Paul Festival, what is kind of your position in helping organize this?
I was contacted by the organizers a month or two ago, and I am the chair and founder of the Free and Equal Elections Foundation. So we are a top sponsor for the event, and I feel honored to also be one of the organizers and speakers for the event as well. So,
continue.
So we're very involved as a top sponsor for the event. We're all about uniting everybody across the spectrum for freedom, for reforming the system, primarily the electoral system. So at Free and Equal Elections, we feel that the parties don't work. They're owned by special interest money, and Free and Equal's goal is to shift power back to the people. And Paul Festival is a great event for us to be a part of. We really vet every event we get involved with. A group of dynamite organizers, it's a pure organization that truly is, I feel, working to unite people across the spectrum for a better America.
Thanks. Great. Thank you. We're very glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit more, since we're waiting for a few others, what your organization does.
Oh, hi, Steffi. Welcome. Just to end on that note of Free and Equal Elections, we're a national organization that is focusing on uniting the grassroots movement across the spectrum to reform the electoral system.
Very good. That's good to hear.
You can check us out at freeandequal.org. We're active here within the U.S. and internationally. We'll be in Uruguay in November, Costa Rica in the spring, in Europe next fall. So it's really great.
Great. Fantastic. Hi, Susan. Thanks for joining us. If you guys are hearing feedback, you might want to put some, either mute your microphone while you're not talking, or put some headphones in so you can hear, so that everyone's not getting feedback from everybody's, there we go, that's better. So,
thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Steffi, what is your role in the Paul Festival? Can't hear you. There we go.
Push to talk, maybe?
Yeah, you can push that push to talk button if you have to. Can't hear you right now. You have to hold the push to talk button. There you go.
There you go. Okay, now say what you asked one more time. Sorry.
What's your role in organizing with the Paul Festival?
I have quite a few different jobs. Right now I am taking care of, well, I'm helping with the kids, and I'm also helping with the bands. I don't know, I just organize everything, it seems like.
Well, that's good. Now, Susan, kind of tell everyone kind of what your position is with this, and then we'll kind of get down to some of the details.
Sure, no problem. I do the Envoys and all of the travel and lodging coordination for Paul Festival. So
good, great to hear. So thanks, ladies, for being on with us tonight. This is kind of a little last-minute organized little show, so I'm glad to have you guys here. So I hear there's some new announcements for things that are supposed to be happening at the Fall Festival. Is when you want to share what some of those might be.
If I may,
Sure.
some of the newer announcements, ladies, jump in at will. You know, a couple days ago we announced Lou Rockwell as one of our speakers for the event. Rockwell's a superstar in my book, so I'm looking forward to finally meeting him. You know, he's a man that speaks the truth, and, well, gosh only knows we need a lot more people like that, men and women out there. So he really inspires a lot of people, and gosh, we have tons of other speakers as well. I mean, from Peter Schiff to Tom Woods, some great bands. We plan on announcing some dynamite bands probably in the Tampa area, really well known throughout the U.S. as we grow. And those are some of the names. Susan, Steffi, if I missed anything. We got Jerry Doyle.
Jerry Doyle. We have some new bands coming on too. We also have the industry, and we have quite a few that have already been announced. We also have a few American Idol participants that we are looking into. It seems like this show is actually coming on to be a huge show. There's a lot of good names coming on. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's great to hear. It should be an exciting time.
yeah, definitely. We're talking to Deadbeats Inc., the guys who did the President Paul anthem, which is awesome. We're also talking to Moses and the guys over at Coax to see if they'll come down. They've been really, really supportive of us and done several promo videos for the festival, so that'll be really cool. I know I'm excited to see the industry. I think they're supposed to be coming on your show tonight, actually, so that'll be pretty cool.
That's great. What is for those who may not know, will the Paul Festival run all day, Friday through Sunday? Or what's kind of the schedule, like the time frame looking like?
Yeah, it'll start Friday afternoon and it'll run until Sunday evening. We'll have musical acts and speakers all throughout the day, and I believe the musical acts will wrap up at about 11 p.m. each night.
That's great. It'll be long nights of fun.
Oh, looks like we have Jay on board.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
how you doing?
Welcome,
Thanks for
Jay.
on. Jay, what's your role with organizing with the Paul Festival?
I guess I do a lot of the administrative stuff, just little things here and there that needs to be filled in. Right now I'm also helping with the vendors and sponsors, and also helping with booking some of the Liberty acts and things like that.
Great, thank you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
No problem. And Richard L. Clark is the gentleman from the industry. If you can add him to the broadcast, that'd be great.
Great, thanks. That's fantastic. I think
A huge thanks to Jordan Page. I mean, Jordan Page, we all know him. He's going to be dynamite at our event. I see him on the road everywhere I go, from the West Coast to the East Coast. I mean, this guy just goes, and does it for a living. So thank you, Jordan Page, for that referral to the industry, and can't wait to see you in Florida as well.
Yeah, Jordan Page, we've met him a few times. We met him at, we had a rally before our state convention in Oklahoma, and he came down to that for us, so we met him there, and then we went down to Texas, the Texas convention, and he had a concert there, so we were able to meet him there too, so yeah, it's been, he's pretty cool, so it'll be neat to see him down in Tampa also. Now, Susan, I know you specialize more in some of the stuff for the delegates. Kind of want to explain some of that information to everyone?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, we just announced this week that we have opened up the lodging for the delegates and alternates who can't afford to stay at their RNC assigned hotels. Those hotels are ranging in like the $289 to $329 per night range with 4 and 5 night minimums. So
yeah, crazy.
What's that?
Yeah, the prices are pretty crazy from the hotels.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know. I was amazed actually. Like the Alaska delegates, for instance, they had to put down a $1,600 deposit just to book their rooms. So, you know, we basically called the Committee on Arrangements for the RNC and told them, you know, look, we're booking rooms for these people. We're not going to make it so that they're disenfranchised from participating in this convention. And so we told them, you know, we'll arrange for their transportation over to the RNC hotels each morning if that's what we need to do. So that's what we did. And so the delegates and alternates, every delegate and alternate that signed up for funding on the Paul Festival website actually received a blast email yesterday letting them know the links and the passcode to access all of the delegate lodging that we've got booked for them. There are specific hotels on the east and west sides of Tampa Bay, depending upon which side of the bay their RNC hotel is assigned, so that we can arrange for their transportation to the individual hotels. And then people are starting to sign up for the Ronvoys. It's getting really cool. So.
That's great. Does it look like we have Ronvoys coming from every state yet, or is some of that a little unsure yet?
Nope. Actually, if you go to the Paul Festival website on the travel and lodging page and click on state Ronvoys, you'll see a Ronvoy link for every state. It's going to be very, very cool. And also, I did just want to say, because I've had a lot of people kind of contacting us and saying, you know, hey, I live in this city, you know, but it's on the way, it's on the route, can you possibly stop and get me? The routes that are on the Ronvoy sites are guidelines to let people know the direction that we're traveling. And if you are anywhere within 5 miles of the highway that route goes along, then we will stop in any city and pick you up. So don't feel as if, you know, because you don't live in Reno or Vegas that we won't pick you up in Pahrump, for instance. We just did that for one of our national delegates from Arizona. So so definitely get signed up for the Ronvoys. It's going to be really cool.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I've looked into the Ronvoys because I'm a delegate myself from Oklahoma, and so yeah, I know several people organizing it. I don't know about anyone from Oklahoma yet who's gone on to it, but I know we've all looked into it time or another. Oh yes, Steffi, yeah, that's right. My friend Trina's talked to me about that. We'll see if I go on the Ronvoy or not. We'll see about that. But it's a great idea. I think as many people as possible could, you know, get on there and do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When we did the Revolution March, we had over 200 vehicles, over 2,000 people who took Ronvoys to DC from all across the nation, so it was really cool.
That's great. Thanks for joining us, Steffi.
Sorry. Thank you for having me. Have a good night, you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Steffi. Jay, you want to have any sort of, does anyone have any sort of input? Oh, hold on just 1 second. Yes, the industry is part of the show. Does anyone have any sort of input or anything else to add to the Ronvoys and the delegate transportation?
Sure, I think Jay may be having technical difficulties, maybe, but really on top of the Ronvoys, which Susan, you know, obviously kicked butt at, vendors and sponsors are a really important component of our event. So while we're reaching out to a lot of local businesses, especially in upcoming days around Tampa and so on, sponsors to music and so on, We've had lots of sponsors throughout the nation contact us as well, potential sponsors, vendors. So that's something of interest. Come have fun, get your name out there, your events, and come support something that's truly pure and for a great cause. And this cause is bigger. I just wanted to stress it's bigger than Ron Paul. This is a movement that he's created, the true grassroots movement that hasn't been co-opted, cannot be co-opted. We understand that the system currently doesn't, unfortunately, work under the two-party system. And again, the origins of the Constitution has no mention whatsoever of parties. So we want to shift the power back to the people. And I think it's a great event to start waking up the people and getting them more involved and inspiring them to do things like maybe run for office. So vendor sponsors are truly important. This is something not only Free and Equal Paul Festival organizers, just I sense from you young ladies with your great show, it's just an honor to be a part of this. And I see we have the industry on. Thanks for Jordan Page and that referral. I look forward to seeing them as well at the event.
Great, yeah, it's definitely yeah, you said it's not only about Ron Paul. Right now it's about Ron Paul, obviously, because we're trying to get him elected. But one of our Oklahoma delegates, she always likes to say, we started this fight for a man, and now we're going to finish it for the future. So,
yeah,
that's a punchline in every speech.
Ron Paul's recognized the system is, in fact,
thanks to the interest.
And
it's kind of what most of us probably feel like
is in fact rigged. And I feel personally that if the system was true, it was fair, it was a real republic, that he would be our president. But due to ballot access barriers, closed debates, voter fraud, the delicate scenario, the security measure now doubling, the system is stacked, it's rigged, it's rotten to the core. And this is why parties and special interest money in parties, Democrats, Republicans alike, do not work. So yes, I commend Ron Paul for his efforts and what he's done. And the event, I mean, is much bigger in the sense of the movement that he's created. Of course, he is a part of that and always will be. The purity of his heart can never be, I feel, compromised.
Yeah, we definitely agree. It's kind of one of those things where, like, a few years down the road, we'll go, what kind of Republican are you? Or what kind of person are you? Oh, you're one of those people who supported Ron Paul back in the day, It's kind of where we started, and we'll go on from there.
Yeah, it's so funny, I didn't always consider myself a Republican. I don't know if I consider myself a Republican now, but what I realize is that we're all human beings and we definitely all just want to be free.
Right.
Yeah, I tell people quite often, it's not about party, it's just about who has it right. We recently supported a sheriff candidate in our county who was registered as a Democrat, but, he's followed everything Ron Paul, or in freedom-minded, Constitution, Sheriff Mack, all that kind of stuff. And so some people seem to have, especially in the GOP establishment, seem to have a hard time with that, but we all know that it's about the principles and the Constitution. Whoever stands on that is who has it right. I want to give a little shout out to the industry here. You want to chime in a little bit? I haven't been able to keep up with everything going on in the Paul Festival, so I'm a little bit behind the times on some of all this. So just kind of share a little bit about who you are.
Can you guys hear me? Am I able to be heard?
Can you talk a little louder? I can't quite hear you.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me at all? Okay, cool. Yeah, well, we're a band from Atlanta, and we've been trying to hook up with the Paul Festival for quite some time. My name is Rich Clark, and I'm the front man, singer, guitar player, whatever. And I've been a grassroots activist for Ron Paul since 2007, and I'm a national delegate to the convention, so I'll be down there to first rock the house at Paul Fest, and then again rock the house at the national convention. So we're probably best known for giving Ron Paul a shout out when we opened for Incubus last fall at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater here in Atlanta. and there's about 8,000 or 9,000 people there. So I posted that video on our Facebook. If anyone wants to check it out, it's the industry. It's just facebook.com/theindustry. So that's what we're all about. I tried to get my webcam working here, but I don't know what's wrong with it. So sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, yeah, we got your Facebook link up there, so people can go there and make sure you go to the Facebook page and like their page. Is any of your music on YouTube at all?
We have our album coming out in August, actually, so it's going to be a pretty exciting time for us. We'll have the album coming out in early to mid-August, and then heading straight down to Paul Fest. It'll be one of our first shows after the album is out. So you'll look for that coming out in the next month. So we've been working on that album for a long time, and so to finally see it getting done, it's pretty exciting. So hopefully you'll be able to pick it up at Paul Fest or before.
Definitely, that's cool. That's great. So it'll be ready in time for Paul Festival.
Yeah, that's right. And if you go to the website, the Facebook, I just posted a video, one of our live videos there. If you go to our website, which is just theindustry.us, I'll post some more stuff there. We've been pretty much kind of sleeping for the past couple months. Not sleeping, but not interacting as much, not playing out, because we've been focusing all of our time on finishing this album. So I'm looking forward to getting back out there and making stuff happen and spreading the message.
That's great. Yeah, anyone who's can any sort of help the music. As we probably all know, Ron Paul said in 2008, you can't have a revolution without the young people and without music. So
yeah, well, it's a venue, a vehicle that I think is being underutilized by the movement in general. I don't think people realize what a tremendous impact music can have on people. And then, I don't know what kind of impact it had when I was able to, promote Ron Paul in front of 9,000 people that day. Maybe I got a few votes out of that, but, a lot of, especially our newer songs, have sort of libertarian-esque messages in them, and I'm maybe not quite as blatant as Jordan Page's stuff, but we're always going to be trying to spread that message and wake people up. And I think it's a good, we basically, as a movement, we need to explore all venues and all avenues of influencing people and trying to get them to open their eyes.
Definitely, yeah. It's a very any way we can spread the message. Everyone kind of has their own techniques and their own little areas that they are best in, and using their talents the best way to promote the message of freedom and liberty. And and for this election cycle, Ron Paul is a huge benefit. Everyone has talents in their own way. So any music is definitely a big part of this whole movement.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're glad you're here with us. Are there any more, Christina or Jay or Susan, does anyone want to add any more about the Paul Festival? This was such a last minute get together real quick, and wasn't able to get everything together. So just share anything you can about the Paul Festival, any one of you.
One thing I wanted to add real quick, a lot of people, this is definitely, it's a huge celebration in honor of Dr. Paul, but I just want to remind everybody that, this is the beginning of a new movement as well for the future of the revolution. And this is a lot more about us. And I just wanted to say that real quick. Yeah,
thanks, Jay. It is a lot bigger. It's about the people and who's involved in everything that's we can do in this movement.
I'm so sorry I popped up in your show without being in.
You're right, Tracy.
No, that's horrible.
You're completely fine. So, I lost my question here. Any more questions? No.
Anybody have any more new announcements or anything?
Oh, about the ticket bomb. There's something I hear about the ticket bomb, the 16th. Kind of tell us about that.
Actually, it's on the 18th. It's on next Wednesday, and we're going to be doing a ticket bomb where we're going to be bringing prices down. Jay can tell more about that, definitely.
We are going to have a special pricing for the ticket bomb, so please keep that in mind. The details are still being worked out, but definitely you don't want to miss this one.
There's going to be a really cool thing going on too that day. We're doing a telethon on Liberty Chat. Not a telethon, I keep saying telethon, but it's you know, it's going to be all the speakers and bands and stuff that have signed on thus far and some new. And we're going to be speaking to them throughout the day, and you guys can be buying your tickets and interacting with them from, I believe, 10 in the morning until midnight.
Where will that be again, Tracy?
LibertyChat.com.
All right, cool. So everyone, go make sure you go to libertychat.com next Wednesday when you're doing the ticket bomb. You can, the link's down in the chat box if you can see it, and you'll be able to get a lot of close personal information from some of the shows and people lined up with the Paul Festival. What do you talk about, Jim?
No, and
Yes,
there
I
is
will.
a
I'll get
condo-
that posted, Jim.
a place with condos. What were you saying, Susan? Susan, were you saying something?
I was telling Jim Berkowitz that I do have the info for the condos that they got booked, and I'll get them put up on the Paul Fest website so we can see if people can get booked in there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll be staying, my crew will be staying there at the condos, and then some of the rest of the Oklahoma delegates will be staying there as well. I think there will probably be about 10 of us, maybe? Probably about 10 of Oklahoma delegates there, plus a few, plus the LiveStream team. And then whoever wasn't able to make it into those condos just a few miles up the road in a big house on the beach.
I want to jump in and say this event, you know, with Jay, with what he said, it's such a movement, you know, for uniting the movement for a peaceful movement for uniting everybody across the spectrum for reform and educating people. Our leaders from Tom Woods, you know, to writers like Lou Rockwell. You know, Suriyah Q, I feel so honored being on your show tonight. It's because of pure media, you know, doing this dialogue, this interview. This is what keeps things real, and it's so important. So I just want to say this is a peaceful movement to have fun, and I look forward to meeting all these organizers, yourself, ladies, and it's just been an honor and a lot of fun to be a part of this, and a really positive working team. We're used to overcoming odds, and over again, looking forward to seeing what comes of Paul Festival. Anything's possible.
I just wanted to say I just actually was honored and privileged to get the responsibility today of helping to book vendors and sponsors for the event. The sponsorship and vendor packages are amazing. You know, I urge anyone with a little small business they want to kind of get out there, even if they do something on the side, to contact us and get that stuff going. It's going to be a really good opportunity to network and also to have your product or service showcased.
That's funny because what I thought you were going to say was that you were singing the national anthem at Paul Festival, which is awesome.
I thought she was going to say the same thing. That's pretty cool too, Tracy.
Thank you. I am honored and privileged to sing the national anthem at Paul Festival as well. I am honored and privileged to be a part of this event at all. So thank you to everybody that's involved for letting me get my hands on it. And singing that song is going to be like a dream come true to me. So I'm really looking forward to it.
If you check it out, I'll be more than happy to do it.
It's really, really cool. I know Gary Johnson going to be one of the speakers there as well.
One of many.
One of many, yeah, right.
Yeah, tons of speakers. We expect maybe a couple other past presidential, current presidential candidates to hop on board. So we want to stress we always have an open invitation to Ron Paul as well. Things can change, in 7 weeks, may or may not, but I always think you just never can close those doors. So, but yeah, we're inviting various presidential candidates even across the spectrum, and so yeah, he's one of many, many speakers. Again, he is a candidate that's worked with, across the spectrum and bringing people together, and so we welcome those type of speakers, including Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, that's great. Do you know why Ron Paul hasn't taken y'all up on the offer yet for the Paul Festival slot?
I think that we have our own.
Frozen Susan.
Oh. Oops.
I worked with.
Okay.
Not really sure yet, but I think in time those answers will be answered. So I think right now we know that Ron Paul's called our organizer directly saying that he won't be able to attend. But the first time he called, he said he supported our event. So, we'll see. I think as the weeks unfold, we'll have more answers to those questions. But we're really in the dark like everybody here. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm in the dark, and I'm pretty sure I know as much as everybody else here, all the other organizers.
I will say that Ron Paul actually never called and said that he wasn't coming to Paul Festival. Before we ever signed the contract with the fairgrounds, Dr. Paul had called us and told us that he knew we were planning Paul Festival. He loved the idea, and we were shown a lot of support initially with regard to planning Paul Festival, both from the movement and Dr. Paul. We spoke to Carol directly. She loved the idea as well before we ever signed the contract with the fairgrounds. But with regard to him speaking at the Sundome, I do know that there are many different reasons for why he made that decision, and one of them has to do with because he has a particular thing that he's trying to accomplish there in Tampa, and he needs our support, and he needs us to show him and the world our support of him and his liberty movement. The delegates specifically need a lot of marching orders that they're going to get from Dr. Paul at his event, and that's very important. I also know from speaking with Debbie Hopper personally that they do want to ensure the security of Dr. Paul and his family and all of the delegates and alternates, and so there are various reasons for why he's planning his event. But we were speaking to them weeks before he ever announced it to the public. They contacted us and started talking to us about him doing the event at the Sundome. And we began working on brainstorming with the team and trying to find out how we could incorporate his event into Paul Festival. And so that's what we're doing for Sunday. When we get up for the Sunday service and we all make this massive convoy over to Dr. Paul's event, I think it's going to be amazing. But I also think it's important that people realize that Paul Festival was always intended to be a celebration and a tribute to the grassroots movements who have all gotten involved to stand up against the establishment. So the event is every bit as much about us, and in fact possibly more about us as people and as human beings moving forward in liberty than they are for Dr. Paul itself. So, he may be the father of our movement, but like any good father, he wants to push us out of the nest and make sure that we can fly. So,
thanks for the clarification, Susan, and you're right, we are Ron Paul. So it's best to always make a situation positive and work with others regardless. And, while there's been speculation that Rand Paul may run for president in 2016 and there's agenda behind that, what I know is that Ron Paul, his heart is pure, and what he's accomplished in the past decades, that can't be forgotten. And the system is flawed, and unfortunately the way it is structured is for candidates, associates, whatnot. In order to get and be a part of the system, you slowly become infiltrated by it. So we need to unite and create a movement to, again, shift things back to the origins of the Constitution. Our founding fathers, again, they never mentioned anything of parties. If anything, they said stay away from parties. So That's what Paul Festival is. That's what sets us apart as a niche from all these other events, or one or two other events that may be happening in Florida. And I feel that it will evolve into something so powerful, so beautiful within the United States for future events as well, the movements.
Yeah, well said, both of you. I've heard a lot of speculation as to why Ron Paul's not there and all that kind of stuff. You know, I can completely understand part of, you know, why he's going to do, you know, a separate thing. There's a lot of, I'm sure he's not going to be extremely liked going into Tampa there. And we all are going to, you know, we all know they're increasing security. They're getting ready for this crazy thing, even though we're all going to try to be there peacefully, you know. So the concern, safety is definitely going to be a big concern for, you know, all of us delegates, and of course Ron Paul and his family as well. You know, that's a big, you know, I just watched something today where they we're practicing for a mass riot for the convention, you know. We all know we're going there to have because, like, you know, Christina said, it's a peaceful revolution, but, you know, everyone tries to blame all the problems that has happened on us, when really it's all, we're just trying to be involved and just trying to change the course of our nation, and some people don't seem to like that.
We're the most peaceful group of activists, I think, on the planet. We desire no violence whatsoever. So, you know, I think everybody is going to be having a great time down there. I don't foresee anything, at least at our little festival. It's too big of a venue for them to cause problems. Do you guys agree with me, Susan and Christina?
I agree. I do. And constitutional sheriffs are already showing interest that have been trained and taught. Peaceful sheriffs, you know, through the CSPOA, Constitutional Sheriff Police Officer Association, Sheriff Mack. I mean, they're all showing an interest in our event. We anticipate them being a part of it. So I couldn't agree with you more, Tracy, Susan. While the media, as we know, not the media here, because this is pure, but overall, you know, it's controlled by maybe not some great money, and so you can't really trust the things that you hear, as we all know. And so I look forward to you know, being a part of this peaceful movement, Paul Festival. We are Ron Paul.
Yeah, exactly. There was something I was going to ask y'all. I can't remember what, but we have a video to play from the industry, one of their songs playing live, so we'll just play that here for everyone to be able to see that. So. Just make sure your microphones are all muted so that it doesn't overlay the music.
I'd like to thank Incubus and Daily Paul and Project 961 for having us. Give it up! This is a new one, it's called Red with Five Lights. Walking around waiting in the waiting
That was awesome. Can't wait to see him live.
There's, you got a little sneak peek of the industry and what you'll see at what you'll see in Tampa. Thanks for letting us play that, telling us where that video was, and letting us play that. One of the many different bands that will be playing at the Paul Festival there. So, I have a question back to anyone here, unless someone would like to comment on the video here.
I just wanted to say what's so special.
I've heard that there's a... Go ahead.
What's so special about the bands is that they stand for liberty in their personal lives, and a majority, if not all, is what we're striving for, is that they're really active and doing great things. Not only do they share wonderful music, great times. We have beer gardens, by the way, beer gardens, lots of beer gardens at Fall Festival, very popular thing. But, just with this music, and the lyrics are just so powerful, and just so honored for the industry, Jordan Page, other musicians to be a part of our event. It'll be really cool to see them live, not only their music, but to meet them in person as people, great people.
Yeah, really cool.
Thanks, guys, for playing that video. There's another one on our Facebook page. That's the one on our Facebook page is the one where we gave the shout out to Ron Paul. So go check that out. It's just facebook.com/theindustry. And yeah, thanks again for having me on here, guys. And I can't wait for August. It's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Can't wait to see all of the great bands, and when I found out that you were confirmed to play at Paul Fest today, I thought that was awesome. I love you guys.
Oh, well, thank you. I can't wait to meet all these very articulate people I'm hearing this evening. You guys are really good at spreading the message and nailing down what's important, and you guys have your eye on the prize and your sight on the horizon. And it's going to be a great lifetime we're going to have here.
And I want to say thank you to I'm going to call you Q and S, because Q, if I try to pronounce your name, I swear I try so many times.
I know.
I'm really sorry, I'm trying. I'll get it one day. But thank you for having everybody on here tonight and dedicating this show to the festival. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to do it. It was, like I said, a little bit last minute, and one of our delegates in Oklahoma, who's kind of been working with the Paul Festival and a few different things, her name's Trina, she said, can you guys do the show on Monday? I said, okay, let's reschedule for something, whatever else we had, and we'll do it. This is important to do, to make sure everyone knows, knows what's going on and is informed of this, because this is really going to be a big, big event, make a big difference. Do you guys have anything special planned for any delegates at the Paul Festival or anything like that kind of, anything particular extra for the delegates or anything? Besides, I know we have the Ronvoy and all that anyway.
Well, I mean, all of the delegates are getting in for free for the weekend. Any credentialed delegate can come to Paul Fest for free. Anything else, guys, besides that? Alternates as well, I believe, correct?
Yep, all delegates and alternates get in, not only get in for free, but get a free VIP pass to Paul Festival, which will give you, first access to all of the bands for, autographs and pictures and that type of thing. It'll give you access to a VIP lounge that the regular attendee won't have access to. I hate to put it that way, but that sounds so bad, but it's true. You'll also have, for instance, free beverages during, non-alcoholic, but free beverages, water, soda, that type of thing while you're there at Paul Festival all weekend. Another thing I wanted to mention about that is that when you get to the gate and you're given your little metal dog tag indicating that you're a VIP, you will be able to leave and come back to Paul Festival. I know that a lot of you are on different committees, that you'll have to be at different meetings taking place during that weekend. So feel free to, go ahead and go to that meeting, and don't feel like you can't come back, because that's what your VIP dog tag is for.
Also, I want to mention the family element to this, which is huge. It's a big, huge festival. Festival, there's going to be a huge section filled with amazing stuff for your kids. I mean, they'll have such a ball. The things that we're planning for the kids' activities area are really, really super cool. Christine down in chat is the one who's kind of heading that, and she's too shy to come up here.
I was wondering where she was at.
Yeah, Christine, come on now. You could really speak to that. You can come up without going on cam. You can come up just mic like I am because I didn't feel like getting ready. And try and come up here and tell us about that real quick. Kids 12 and under, free, correct?
That's right. Yep, kids 12 and under free, and then also students and veterans. There are all kinds of discounts available, discount tickets available. So go on the Paul Fest website under the ticket section, and you can see all the different discounts for military and students and veterans, and so definitely you want to check that out.
That's great. There's so many different opportunities to make sure everyone's involved. You know, you also get a little, you know, a T-shirt with the VIP pass to the delegate too. It's pretty neat to do. You guys have really thought this out really well, and to include everybody, it's pretty cool. When I was able to sign up as a VIP as a delegate, it was like, wow, this is pretty neat.
Wait, so I get in free?
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, of course we wouldn't have charged you anyway, I don't think. But yeah, you're a national delegate. You definitely get a free VIP pass.
That's awesome. Maybe I'll get to meet those guys in the industry.
That would rock.
To the talent. The talent is getting a VIP pass to themselves.
I just want to personally reach out and say that I want to just commend and really give a wholehearted thanks to the board members. So really the heart of putting this event together, from Jay Kim, we've got Susan Wolf here, Brian Seaman, Deborah, Steffi. I mean, what a great group of people, and you know, to make this event a reality. And Brian actually reached out to me a month or two ago, and I just like, oh my God, it's a dream come true. And so it's just been really cool, and I just wanted to commend and thank those board members for really uniting. They have so much experience I've never seen amongst a group of people, and how many even more great people that they've attracted since uniting. And so I just wanted to thank them for their efforts in making this a reality.
Hey, Christine, talk about the children's area.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. It's going to be fun. I have some things lined up. You know, some bouncy houses and a slide in. One of the bouncy slides can turn into like a water slide, which I thought would be kind of cool. Looking into having, you know, cotton candy there, snow cones, popcorn, and there'll be some face painting and tattoos. And I'm thinking about the mobile gaming theaters and some other fun activities, maybe like a laser tag type of thing, or you know, you see the giant hamster balls, so the kids can run around and play in those. I'm trying to look into getting that up there. But of course, you know, it's August too, so I got to make sure that, you know, it's going to be a good activity for the heat of the summer in Florida. And working on getting some, trying to get some animals there as well. So it should be good.
It'll be like a Liberty Movement fair.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah, we're trying to indoctrinate them early.
That's it, get them young.
It doesn't seem to take much. All the little kids in my family seem to know a whole lot more than I ever did at their age.
Yeah, they have no problem getting to govern themselves.
Yeah, they like freedom and liberty and all that kind of stuff. My 7-year-old little brother walks around saying, "I'm a Ron Paul kid."
There's a cute girl in Kentucky. She's like 8 or 10 years of age, and then Ron Paul's already endorsed her for president, like in 2040 or something. So, really great. He's inspired so many kids, so many generations from now. It's really decades, that is.
It is. It's really neat to see. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I was homeschooled, so I was able to learn a lot, but you sure have learned a whole lot more than I ever did at your age. just because of all this, they hear all of us talking about issues and seeing us all involved, and it's really neat.
I asked my cousin who the president was the other day, and she said Ron Paul, and I was like, oh, you're so smart. You're so smart.
Yeah, we've done the same thing. Does anyone else have anything to add about the Paul Festival? Brian, if you'd like to come on up, you can and give a little bit more. Is there a... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, we had originally thought that we were going to be utilizing Hillsborough River State Park for our Revolution campgrounds. But I've been looking at the Camp Liberty that Jeff Griffin owns, and all the veterans are going to be there, and it's going to be amazing. And it's only 35 miles north of Tampa, and so we are all planning on meeting at Camp Liberty. And it's going to be the only campground in the entire area that is dedicated totally to Ron Paul Revolution people. It's going to be so cool. If you were in D.C. or Minneapolis, you know that the campgrounds were the place to be when you weren't at the event. So feel free to come and join us there. It's going to be really cool, and I'm going to have a link put up to that as quickly as I can on the Paul Festival website under Travel and Lodging at the campgrounds area. So it'll be very cool. Can't wait.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Quick lineup. Everyone's asking for a lineup. We have speaking Tom Woods, Peter Schiff, Lou Rockwell. We have what was the Gun Owners of America?
Larry Pratt.
Larry Pratt. Performing, we have the Industry. Jordan Page, Tatiana Moroz, Rebel Inc., I believe. Tom Woods. Who else am I missing? There's a lot of other bands confirmed that I'm missing.
I know the Madeline Hayes and LA Pussycat, which is a really cool local Tampa band. It's been around for a long time. Let's see. Goodness.
We're working on right now, that should be confirmed within the next day or two, probably Payday Monsanto.
Deadbeats. Let's see, Corrected Axiom.
Hey, this is Rich again. I'd just like to add that I found out just today that Jerry Doyle is going to be there.
Yes,
and
Jerry
I don't know
Doyle.
about anybody else here, but I'm like a huge sci-fi freak, and Babylon 5 is like my
Yeah,
favorite
that's
show
going to be
of all
so
time.
cool.
So, and I actually subscribed to his show a few months ago. I don't listen to it as often as I'd like to, but yeah, I can't wait to, hopefully I get to meet him there. That'd be great.
Well, you're VIP. You have a VIP pass. So,
Oh, because I'm a delegate, right.
That's what I was just going to say, with your VIP dog tag, you can get in there to see him, guy.
I'm going to rub noses with Mr. Garibaldi. That'd be awesome. Well, hey, guys, it's been real great being on here with you. My mom's actually visiting, so I'm going to sign off. But I look forward to seeing you all down in Tampa, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys even sooner than that.
Thanks for coming on and joining us.
See you in Tampa.
See you there.
Yeah, next time I'll bring a webcam.
Yeah, let's do that.
So my face isn't some strange little microphone thing. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys, for all of you coming on here. This turned out really good. I wasn't sure who was going to be on earlier today, except for Susan, so this is really nice to be able to get you on and share kind of all this information with everyone. There's so much to know. Does anyone have anything else to add about the Paul Festival? Or any of this campus?
Be there. Be there. That's what I have to add. Get your tickets, get down there, and go. It's once in a lifetime you get an opportunity to celebrate liberty like this, and you have to go. Be there.
Definitely, yeah. If you can be there, be there. It's I'll be there, from the start of hopefully if I should say hopefully. If I'm not on a committee, I'll be there from the 23rd all the way on through everything that can go on. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I do want to say get your hotel booked now. They're booking up everywhere. Do what you need to do. Get your hotel booked. Go on the Paul Festival website on the travel and lodging page. We have hotels booked all around Tampa and in Lakeland, also in Clearwater Beach. Don't hesitate because they're going to sell out.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely get your house situated as soon as possible. We were looking a good couple months ago, or at least a month ago. It was hard to find stuff then.
And this is a historical event, so it's really once in a lifetime, really is. I mean, Ron Paul is a once in a lifetime, seems like kind of guy, so the few and far and in between. So be a part of this historical event. Do your research on it. Paul Festival, I mean, the integrity is deep from within. It's truly pure. It's truly grassroots. And it's truly a movement that is as big, not Ron Paul, but again, we are Ron Paul. It's becoming even bigger than Ron Paul and what he has done in Congress and the wonderful things this man has done to change the world. And he's inspired us to come together. And so please come and be a part of this event, be a sponsor, a vendor, and sign up hotels. Like Susan said, they are filling up. And I look forward to meeting everybody from August 24th to August 26th. It'll be a lot of fun.
I agree with Christina. It's going to be a huge, huge historical event. And I already put the day in, taking it off from work. My son, he's 11. He's taking off Friday and Monday and spending the weekend with me right there at Paul Fest.
Great. Yeah, we're gonna have a party at Deb's RV every night, so it'll be a good time.
Yeah, it definitely will be. We have everyone is said what they needed to about the Paul Festival for now. We have a quick announcement we need to make.
We support not only Ron Paul, but Ron Paul's message of liberty, and the delegates and alternates, and what you guys are going to accomplish at the convention is more important than anything that we could be doing.
Go ahead and finish, Susan. There's a little bit of a delay.
I think it's so important what we're doing down there. We're really, we know that there's going to be international press there. I mean, we're showing the entire world that lots of Americans stand for liberty. It's going to be an incredible event. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, gals, for all being on with us and everyone who's come on tonight. It's been really good.
My pleasure. Thank you for being a wonderful media and getting the word out there. And we could not do this without you. So thank you, Suriyah, and you.
Yes, thank you. Now we have a small announcement to make for the Liberty LiveStream team.
This, as everybody probably knows, this Saturday is the Nebraska State Convention. Me and 4 of our Liberty Stream team members we're going to be heading up there to live stream it, hopefully, on Friday and Saturday. So you can go to there's a thread on the Daily Paul. It's on the front page about it. So head on over there and find out more info about it.
Yeah, we'll be driving 9 hours from Oklahoma, so I told the Nebraska folks, if I can drive 9 hours to live stream, all your delegates need to show up. So if you're in Nebraska, you show up and go in and vote. This isn't over yet. It doesn't matter if Ron Paul's been silent on any of this stuff. We're all in this fight for liberty and for the future of our country, and we have to keep this through. Nebraska is being turned into this huge event, and people are seeing, the GOP is really freaking out in Nebraska. So really just, go through with it and be there and stand strong. We'll be there with our recording devices. We'll be able to record anything that they try to pull on us, Lord willing. And, let's win this so that we can win back our country, Lord willing.
One more thing, not related to Nebraska, before you guys all leave. This Thursday at 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, there's going to be a show on here called Ladies of the Liberty Movement, so y'all are welcome to join.
Okay. On tonight. Or on Thursday night, I should say. Again, and as always, you guys can go to our blog. It's Liberty Live blog team at wordpress.com, and the YouTube channel is YouTube/Liberty Stream Team. You can view us all there. We'll be there, and you can always find us on Facebook. John will put our links down in the chat there. So, thank you everyone for being on.
Thanks for having us, guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Susan. Bye. Our Facebook link, John. I'm not sure why our camera's a little bit fuzzy here, but sorry about that. We'll put a few links down in the chat here for anyone who would like to see our blogs and Facebook things. We'll get fuzzy, so. Liberty, peace, love, fear God. Ron Paul, thanks for watching. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as always. Make sure you check out the links that John has posted up down in the bottom there. There's a chip-in, and there's daily call posts, and there's blog links in our Facebook pages. So we can see you over at the RonPaulTribune.com main chat for just a couple minutes. And it's all in one page on the Daily Paul front page called the Liberty Livestream Team Nebraska Trip, I think. Bye.